The staircase incident. It was a foggy November morning in London, 2021. The streets outside were quiet, damp from overnight drizzle, and the low hum of early traffic barely reached the hallways of a modest apartment building. Inside, a 42-year-old accountant was preparing for his day. He dressed in his usual suit, polished shoes, and grabbed his briefcase, glancing at his watch. A meeting awaited him, and every minute counted. Stairs were nothing out of the ordinary. Everyone uses them daily, often without thinking. And yet, in that very moment, the staircase would become a silent killer. As he descended, his foot slipped on a worn section of carpet near the edge of a step. What began as a minor imbalance escalated instantly. The briefcase shifted his center of gravity, and he stumbled forward. One step became two became three, and momentum carried him down the flight uncontrollably. Each step inflicted new trauma. Knees hitting hard edges, hands scraping against walls, and his head snapping back violently. By the time he reached the bottom landing, he had suffered multiple fractures, a traumatic head injury, and serious internal damage. Neighbors rushed toward the sound of the crash, horror painted across their faces. The man lay on the tile floor, bleeding from a gash in his scalp, leg bent at an unnatural angle, and barely conscious. Someone dialed emergency services, while another tried to provide aid, pressing towels to control the bleeding. His pulse was weak, irregular. Each passing second carried the weight of life and death. Paramedics arrived within minutes, working frantically to stabilize him. They applied cervical immobilization, controlled the hemorrhage, and prepared him for transport. En route to the hospital, he became increasingly unstable, and doctors had to perform emergency interventions immediately upon arrival. Imaging revealed a severe traumatic brain injury, multiple fractured ribs, a broken leg, and internal bleeding. Despite hours of surgery, the damage was too extensive. He succumbed to his injuries later that day. Stair-related accidents are more common than most people realize. In the UK, over 50,000 cases are reported annually, ranging from minor bruises to fatal injuries. Most falls occur in private homes, often involving middle-aged or older adults. While many recover fully, head and spine injuries drastically increase mortality rates. Experts note that small factors, worn steps, poor lighting, slippery surfaces, or momentary distraction can transform an everyday act into a deadly event. Investigation of the apartment stairwell revealed worn carpeting, uneven steps, and a dimly lit landing. Maintenance reports indicated the fraying edges months prior, yet no corrective measures were taken. A combination of human error, environmental factors, and misfortune created a perfect storm. For neighbors, the same staircase became a haunting reminder. Every step echoed the memory of a life lost in seconds, transforming an ordinary daily routine into a source of fear and reflection. For his family, the tragedy was incomprehensible. One misstep, one fraction of a second, and decades of life ended abruptly. This incident emphasizes a truth often overlooked. Danger does not only exist on highways, construction sites, or amusement parks. Sometimes it lurks in the mundane, in the places we feel safest. Stairs, pools, elevators, spaces that feel ordinary can hide extraordinary risk. And when tragedy strikes, it leaves an indelible mark on everyone who witnesses or survives it. Even after safety warnings, repairs, and awareness campaigns, the emotional impact lingers. Families mourn, neighbors reflect, and communities are forced to confront how the most commonplaces can transform into the most lethal. It is a chilling reminder that vigilance, care, and attention to detail are essential, even in the smallest, most familiar spaces.